Oh, little bite. I had to switch off them folks because you find most anglers do a bit of swearing, and as I do all my videos for children and kids and everybody, I do try and delete things like that, so I'm sorry if there was any expletives there for you. He got them out before I could get to the off button. Sounds like there's a guy had a few fish on the paste, and the two hot swims by where the outfall is, they're catching barbel and chub there. So I'm fairly confident we'll get a few bream. Have a bit of paste. It's very active. No point in sitting there watching a float that isn't moving, because it means your bait's either been taken or just it's actually melted, if you like, off of the hook. So just keep coming in on a regular basis, put your paste on. Leave yourself a fair bit of line between pole tip and float as well, so that if there is any blowing of wind or anything like that, you don't move the float, because as soon as you move the float you probably dislodge the pace. That's a little bite. If this one doesn't come to anything, what I'll do is I'll put a double soft 4mm pellet on, and we'll see what they are that are giving us the bites. I think they're probably skimmer bream by the look of it. When it's a decent sized fish, you'll find the float will just sail away, but the skimmers have a little peck at it, and with the paste being as soft as I've made it, it's probably just coming off before they actually commit. We'll soon find out. As I say, I'll put the other rig out there in a second with a double 4mm pellet on, and we shall see. Getting a few signs of fish out there now, a couple of little bubbles. Right, we'll put the other top on. Double 4mm soft pellet, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if we don't get a skimmer bream pretty quickly. The other top is fished dead depth, find a float, again Volker shot to a size 16 hook, 011 elastic, 011 hook length, same elastic 6/8, but this time we'll be using the soft pellet. Obviously stays on better than the paste, and it's handy just to see what's out in your swim. Move that out of the way, don't need it for the moment. There they are, two on the size 16 hook. Let's see what happens. Just on the bottom, that'll be. Couple of little digs then. Have a little dig. Might have to put another shot on this just to set the float a bit lower. Give it a little lift. Drop. Still there. Probably a small roach or something having a little peck at it. There we are. Very small, but it's a start. Yeah, so it's what we expected to catch. That's why the paste was getting knocked about. Little skimmer bream, a couple of ounces. Got a lovely fish, but not quite paste size. But that's, as I say, it's a good side. I'll go back with double pellet again and then give it chance and go back on the paste. But it shows you with experience you can read the water and read the bites and basically know what you are going to catch before you actually catch it. And that only comes with experience. The more you go, the more you learn. I'm lucky being semi-retired. I could go a lot more than most people. I do understand that. Next year I hopefully would have been a lot. Be able to do a bit more because I'm going to pack in work altogether. I do a bit of writing for a couple of the angling magazines, which gives me a little bit of income, so we get by. Never going to be rich. As we had a fairly cold night last night, I'm not in any great rush to feed any more bait. Very easy to overfeed. Even when the sun's shining, you think to yourself, oh, you know, they're going to be very hungry. Well, they've got to warm up first. Midday, 1 o'clock, be the warmest part of the day. Should be when most of the bigger fish show. What's a nice bite this, and a tangle to strike it too hard. But I think it's fell out. Yeah. See how the bait comes off, even though it's pellet, it's soft pellet. But some days they just will not touch a hard pellet, so it's always good to get these expanders, and they're very good. There's 1,000 ways of putting them, of getting them prepared on the internet, so I won't bore you with them, but they're fairly easy to do and they're quite robust. I would expect that was another little skimmer. They usually travel about in shoals. Lifted drop. Oh, that got a bite straight away. You can see I haven't been for a few weeks. I'm a bit rusty, but at least we're getting the bites. That's the main thing. Last put in that little lifted drop I done got us an instant response, so we'll give it a try. Just about to float out the water, drop it back in. Just if there's a fish in the area, he sees the movement. Yeah, a little bite then. Yeah, go on then. Oh, you bugger. These small skimmers can be very tricky. I'll try just a single pellet, see if that still gets a response, but might also be a little easier to hook, as you get a lot more of the hook showing. Good dig. He's still there. See if we can tease him. Very well about our pellet. Let's have a little. Oh no, it's there, still there. Come on in. I'm going to put another shot on this because they're very delicate bites this morning. A little tease again. Yeah, one more shot of that float will make all the difference, I think. We've got him anyway, but I'm definitely still going to change the way the float's good. Be another skimmer, I'm sure. Oh no, it's a roach, I think. Oh yeah, it's a nice roach. 4 ounce, 5 ounce perhaps. Nice fish. Right, I'll come back when we get a few more and I'll go back on the paste.